Welcome back. Exciting day today. We have a bit of an unboxing of our Moto 120 kit that's going in our Milwaukee 8 road glide. So I thought before we start stripping this bike down and putting all these goodies into the engine, let's show you the things that we get in a 120 cubic inch kit from Hut City Custom Cycles, combined with the stuff that we get from Moto. Enough to chat, let's unbox this 120 kit for my E-Mate. Welcome back. Let's get on with the unboxing. So here we have a big box from the States. Lots of goodies in there. Some things came from Moto, some things came from our other suppliers, because you may or may not know we are a supplier of a lot of good top brands, and one of those brands is S&S. So let's check this shit out. A common problem with the M8 vehicles, especially once you start putting big kits in them, is fuel pump failure. We had a chat with a couple of techs in the States, and what's happening is when people put big cube kits in their M8s and start riding them hard, the oil pumps aren't scavenging back quick enough. The oil's causing foaming inside the oil pump, which is foaming is giving you little pockets of air, and that's causing catastrophic engine failure. So we want to eliminate that, obviously, and we have here, just taking this out the box, our massive S&S oil pump. As you can see, it is all billet. That is a massive oil pump compared to the stock. I'll probably show you those when we do the breakdown of the bike. It also has an external adjustable oil pressure relief. The oil pressure relief is set to 45 psi stock, but we can up that or down that if we want, which is nice if you live in colder environments where the oil pump pressure on cold startup is too high and you think it's going to blow its tits off, or all sorts of other reasons for that. So that S&S oil pump will eliminate any foaming issues or any concerns that we have, so we can ride this bike and ride it hard. To match with the oil pump, we have our S&S cam plate. Now, you don't have to go as far as doing the cam plate if you don't want to. We would obviously highly recommend it. If you go into the expense of putting a 120 cube kit in your M8 and building it to go fast, you definitely want to not skimp on a few $100 here and there. So here is a beautiful example of our S&S billet cam plate. The beauty of this is that all the oil galleries are plugged, so at any stage we're doing another upgrade, we can pull all these plugs out, completely clean out this cam plate, and make sure that everything is 100% clean and spotless, ready to go. Typical S&S quality kits come with lube and Loctite, and as usual with S&S, fantastic instructions explaining everything you need to know if you were to do it yourself. If not, obviously we're here to do it for you. We'd love to do it for you, but this is the first M8 full-on kit that we have done, so I'm really looking forward to that. We've done plenty of twin cam Moto kits, which have been extremely successful, and our customers are extremely happy with the output of those motors. Far better than the Screaming Eagle kits, I would have to say. The reason why, of course, is Moto doesn't really have to comply to the limitations that Harley-Davidson does as far as fuel emissions. In fact, Harley-Davidson now don't even sell their race tuners. Everything is all emission controlled. Even Harley-Davidson Stage 4 kit is all built around the emissions. It still has to meet those emission levels, so it is held back a little bit, where the Moto kit is not, and it is putting out some good numbers. We're expecting to get no problem 135 torque and horsepower from this bike, and that's without doing any head work. I want to try and get this bike reasonably reliable, and the advantage of that, of course, is with the 4-valve heads, they're breathing a lot better from the outlet, so therefore the cams don't have to be as big to get the same amount of air in. So you can build a Milwaukee 8 motor that will absolutely fly and not be highly strung, which is really, really good. To build a 130 horsepower twin cam, you're putting that motor under some big stresses with some extremely high lift cams, and you're giving your valve train lots of big workout. So that's the advantage of the 4 valves per head. In my mind, I'm not really interested in the emission control. So going with our S&S bits, the M8 engines, I believe, come out with plastic tappet guides, and these are billet aluminium ones, and they keep all your lifters nice and parallel, running nice and true at the higher rev range that the M8 can handle. So that's again not 100% necessary, but if you're going to spend this sort of money and effort doing your motor, why would you skimp out on those? So more S&S quality parts. We go into our box here. Now this comes in the Fuel Moto kit. It's a variable pressure plate clutch system. So what that does, it gives us a nice clutch feel as we normally would have under cruising in our lower RPMs, but the harder we accelerate, the harder that will grab. That there is our new variable clutch. So that will certainly get that power to the ground and enable us to have some fun. So let's put that aside and we'll see what else we've got in the kit. Now, Fuel Moto don't make their own camshafts. They have a company called Wood Performance to do that for them. Now, Wood's cams are very well known amongst quality engine builders in the US as being the best grinds. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with any other companies like Andrews or Screaming Eagle or anything like that, but I know that Wood's cams are a premium cam. We've seen other manufacturers. What they do is they actually have the shaft is splined and the lobes are actually pressed on, so that way every cam they can use the same shaft, but they press different lobes on for different cam specs, where these are made from one piece, all individual cam, and of course the Milwaukee 8 only has a single cam, so a lot less stress there on the valve train. So Wood's Performance cam, and that comes with new inner cam bearings as well. So that's, again, it's a very complete kit, and you don't really have to worry about buying too much extra stuff. There's nothing really that you're going to get caught unawares with. The kit also includes quality chromatic gaskets. So unlike other kits, when you buy a kit from Fuel Moto, it comes with all the gaskets that you need. So with our high lift cam, we're going to need adjustable push rods, as does all kits. We have some very nice Fuel Moto adjustable push rods. For those that don't know what adjustable push rod is, it enables you to put that in the bike and adjust the valve lash to exactly where you want it, and it gives you the flexibility if you're changing cams in future with a higher lobe. You can then adjust and de-adjust the adjustable push rod to suit. As a mechanic, I wasn't a great fan of adjustable push rods, but they have proved to be extremely reliable, and I only know one case where an adjustable push rod has wound itself down, and that has just caused the bike to run rough, and a quick inspection of the valve train, and the mechanic noticed that it was the adjustable push rod lock nut had come loose. But that's only one instance, and I've fitted many, and I know that adjustable push rods are extremely reliable, so no worries there. The adjustable push rods came with the kit from Fuel Moto, so again we didn't have to go and buy them separately, it all came with the kit. What else we got here? Oh, that there is a mounting bracket for your tuner. If you want to mount the tuner to your handlebars, and you can look at the auto tune doing its job up and down, that sort of stuff. It doesn't really interest me. The tuner comes with a Fuel Moto tune installed already in it for the bike, so we can just basically plug and go. We've fitted a couple of twin cam kits with tuners, and the customers have been extremely satisfied with the tune. The power throughout the whole brand's been good, the idle's been great. We haven't had any need to fuck with that tune. But good to know, if you do buy a Fuel Moto kit from us, it comes with a lifetime tune upgrades. So if you do decide to upgrade your motor later on down the track, Fuel Moto will just send us a tune for you, and we can download that and put that into bike for you at no charge. So that's always nice to know. Now, 120 cube kit, obviously it comes with a cold air intake. We didn't get the cold air intake with the bike, because my bike actually came with a Screaming Eagle Stage 2 system on it, so it already has an air cleaner, so we're sticking with the original one. However, we do need more fuel because this thing's going to fly. So did not come with the kit. We had to order these separately, which wasn't a problem. Our friendly staff friend at Moto Harley Davidson in Lower Hutt hooked me up with some Screaming Eagle high flow injectors. So we need that extra fuel to get in there. So thank you Moto Harley Davidson for sorting me out with those. And they are a Screaming Eagle part number, in case you ever want to know. Get some focus on that. There we go. There's your part number for those injectors if you ever need them. Okay, so with the extra valve lift of the camshafts, it's vital that you upgrade your valve springs. And the reason why we upgrade our valve springs is because they're going to be under higher tension and they need to be able to handle the extra lift. So the Milwaukee 8 factory valve springs aren't going to handle the job, and thankfully in our kit comes with some Woods Night Prowler valve springs, so they will just be a nice easy install when we pull those heads off, which we'll show you when we do those. And again, that came with the Fuel Moto kit. It's nice when you get everything with a kit, because you know it's all matched by the professionals who organise these kits, and it definitely is good peace of mind that you're not having someone mix and match different companies, different parts. You know that when you're building a quality build, as any drag racer or any performance guy out there will know, that combination is key. And when you've got a tried and tested combination, it's nice to stick with that, and that's where Fuel Moto rocks, where they send you that tried and tested combination. So Fuel Moto are a Dynajet specialist. They are, as I said before, they are, as far as I'm aware, the world's #1 seller for these. That's the tuner that they use. They are very happy with them, and that's good enough for me. Here's the little unit that you can fit to your bars if you want. It has an LCD screen there where you can see what your tune's doing, what your rev range is doing, and also good for auto tuning, where you can see it go through all the different parameters when you're riding. I will just be plugging this in, downloading a tune on the bike, removing it, putting it back in the box, putting it in storage. I'm not interested in, you know, going over all the data and getting too wrapped up in numbers. This thing's going to fly. It's going to be a good tuner off the bat. If you want to fuck around chasing 1 or 2 horsepower, good luck to you. 99% of my riding is cruising at 100 and something. So at the end of the day, I'm not chasing 1 or 2 horsepower here. I'm chasing 50 horsepower, and that's why I've gone for this kit out the bat. If you want good horsepower, start with a good long 2-into-1 system. That's going to be your best bet, and then from there a fuel moto kit and a tune from them is gold. So check out those dyno numbers on their website. Very interesting reading. A couple more things to show you. You know you're getting a quality kit when you're getting a kit with Carrillo pistons in there. So let's have a look at these beauties. Comes with all our rings. They've all been pre-gapped. So all you got to do is fit these on the pistons and away you go. Obviously a good technician or a good mechanic, we will not take anything for granted, and we will double check all our ring gaps and making sure that everything's spot on, because you just never know. I've never ever come across a fuel moto kit that hasn't had the correct gaps, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to be checking them, and you shouldn't either. So make sure you do check. So let's have a look at these beauties. So there we have our super light fuel moto embossed on the top there. Super lightweight pistons for our M8. So 120 cube, comes with pins, comes with clips, instructions, and most importantly comes with a sticker. So we will be putting our Carrillo piston sticker for sure on the side of our bags to let everybody know that we mean business, and if everyone wants to have a drag race with us, we're more than happy to do so. So let's look after these lovelies and put them back in the box. Last but not least, apart from a few instructions and a few warning labels, is our cylinders. So the 120 kit, you can send your cylinders away to Fuel Moto, but they machine them out to 120 and they've just become a little bit thinner. So what they do is sell you a new cylinder, and that retains the original thickness and gives you plenty of cooling, and we want to have good cooling. So we requested our cylinders in the normal wrinkle black standard fitting that Harley-Davidson offer. I believe they do have another couple of options, but we decided to stick with the stock standard wrinkle black. As you can see, there's plenty of air gap there, the fins are nice and thick, there's plenty of metal on there to dissipate the heat, and we have some nice cylinders with a nice big base plate at the bottom here, which will be keeping everything nice and true, and they have been machined particularly to take those pistons. So we're looking at a nice easy fitment there. So that is pretty much our kit from Fuel Moto, our 120 cubic inch kit for our 2017 Milwaukee 8. We'll be excited to show you a video of us installing this kit and taking it for a blast when we're finished. At the moment we have the bike completely stripped down and everything has gone off for paint, wheels, all the chrome work. So as you may or may not know, the 2017 touring bikes came out with chrome finish, and the 2018s came out with everything black finish. I'm going to bring in my bike up to 2018, visually dechroming everything and turning that into gloss black. We are painting everything, not powder coating this time around, just for something a little bit different, and looking for a really nice finish there. All our engine components, once we strip that, they will go off for HPC coating into a gloss black as well, because we want them to be really nice and clean but also handle that heat. So I'm pretty sure that powder coat can handle the heat. I have a friend and a very good bike builder by the name of Doug Allen. Some of you may know him. I believe he powder coated some of the bits on his shovel called Critter, a beautiful bike, a top show winning bike, and I believe the powder coating has lasted the test of the time on that bike, and he rides that quite a bit. So no problems, I believe, with powder coating engine components, but I really want to go for a top finish with this bike, so we've decided to go for paint and HPC coating. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks again for all your support. I'm really enjoying making these videos, enjoying doing these builds, and we look forward to showing you the actual build of the engine with a little bit more detail when we do it, so you can see exactly what's involved. And you want to give it a go yourself, that's fine. If you're interested in a Fuel Moto kit for your bike, I highly recommend you check out the website fuelmoto.com. We are New Zealand's dealer for Fuel Moto, so if you want to buy it through us, that would be much appreciated. It gives us good buying power from them. But if you want to buy a Fuel Moto kit direct from the States, well, that's fine. That's your call too. We highly reckon Fuel Moto is the way to go as far as some performance. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the road. Take care.